What's up, y'all? It's day 37 of 1 minute planking, and I went ahead and did my workout at the gym today, my apartment gym, which I can record in. The gym I normally go to, I can't record in. You have to sign a waiver and like, you can't record anything. So that's why I don't ever record my workouts anymore. But today I worked out at my apartment gym with the 1 minute plank, the ab workout, and I did upper body workout, so I went ahead and recorded that. So today's gonna be the core plus the upper body exercise that I did today. I'm cooking my lunch, and then I have to pack. And the one thing I'm least looking forward to packing is my plants, because like they're all over the place, and especially these ones that are all over the wall. Like, how am I gonna put that in a box without breaking it? Wish me luck. You know, okay, have y'all ever thought about or like wondered what it is about a screen, like a phone or a computer or a TV, or just what is it about a screen that gives us a dopamine hit? You know, like why does the brain respond to this? Well, okay, I guess on a phone it makes sense because you're scrolling, and it's like if you're at a slot machine, right? And you're pulling the lever and you're excited because you're like, what's going to happen? What's going to pop up? And so I suppose with scrolling, it's kind of the same concept where it's like you scroll and you're like, what's going to happen? What am I going to see next? But then you get to a point where you're scrolling and you're literally not interested in anything that you see. You're just scrolling and scrolling, and you can't stop scrolling, even though you're not getting the dopamine. You're not getting any sort of enjoyment out of it, but you physically can't stop scrolling. You know what I'm saying? Isn't that such a weird thing? And I don't know. So it's kind of, I woke up today thinking about how weird it is that we as a society are so hopelessly addicted to screens, in particular scrolling. Even when we're not interested in what we're doing, even though it's not bringing us anything, it's not fulfilling us in any kind of way, we still do it. And it's so bizarre. And what's crazy is how habitual it is. And it's habitual in a way that you don't even realize you're doing it until you're doing it. And then you're like, oh yeah, I guess I just reached for my phone. You get that impulse, and then you absent-mindedly reach for the phone, and you don't even know why you're doing it. You're just like obeying this invisible master. It's kind of bizarre. It's kind of sickening, actually. It's like the phone speaks to you without speaking to you, you know? Have you ever deleted all the apps off your phone? You should try it. I've done that for 3 weeks. I deleted every single thing off my phone. Messenger, at the time I had Instagram, I had everything. I deleted everything off my phone. And the amount of times, you don't realize how many times you reach for your phone until you remove all the things from your phone. And then because you're denying that impulse, you realize exactly how many times you actually reach for the screen. It's a bizarre thing. Everyone should try that experiment. Like for 1 month, delete everything off your phone and just sit with that. But you realize how free you feel. Like, you don't realize how, I don't even know the word for it, like trapped you feel. Even though we're so addicted to our phones and we can't imagine not having our phones, once you're free from the phone, the freedom that comes from that, it's crazy. It is crazy the amount of freedom you feel when you don't have, it's like a cigarette. Well, I don't smoke, so I don't know what that would feel like, but I'm assuming it's like a cigarette, where it's like you have to obey the thought, you have to obey the urge, but then you get rid of it, you get rid of the phone, and then you don't have to obey that urge anymore. It feels incredible. It feels incredible. And at this point, like, I don't have the other apps on my phone anymore, but I still have YouTube on my phone. I put YouTube back on my phone, but I end up falling back into the same patterns. I had the same patterns of just spending all my free time on the phone. Whether it's like, hey, I'm washing dishes, well, I've got my phone playing in the background, or cleaning my house, or if I'm brushing my teeth, or if I'm in the shower, or if I'm just like working out, whatever it is, there's always something playing. And something I realized is that I think like we go to our phones to avoid boredom and discomfort, but then the addiction to the phone brings discomfort, but then we try to fix that by using our phone more. It's such a weird paradox. And the only thing available that can keep us from being bored, that's it's kind of disgusting. You know what's interesting though is you think you need the phone to keep yourself entertained, but once you delete it and you get rid of all the stuff and you've got like a dumb phone, your brain turns back on. It takes a couple days, but your brain actually turns back on. And then all of a sudden you're like, oh, I actually do enjoy doing this, and I enjoy doing this. I just forgot that I enjoyed other things. And not only that, but like, it's like your thoughts turn back on and you start thinking your own thoughts in a way where it's like you get answers to questions that you didn't even know you were needing to ask yourself. And it's like you figure out, because there's like this restlessness, I think, in people whenever we ignore our inner self, our talk, that like it's like your conscience is trying to tell you something, your spirit is trying to tell you something, which by the way, that's coming from God, but we ignore it because we're constantly distracted by everything else. But when you get rid of everything and you're just quiet with yourself and you sit and you allow your own thoughts to flow through your mind without being told what to think by media, it's insane how much clarity you receive and how much like you feel like you connect with yourself again, like you're grounded to your roots, and you're like, oh, this is who I am, this is what I've been missing, this is what I need in my life. You get answers to things you didn't even know you needed answered, and all of a sudden you have this sense of stillness and the sense of peace and the sense of clarity that you didn't even know you were missing, and it feels amazing.